First of all, I have to put a framework around this course by saying what I was doing there. I was teaching for the YMCA. Burmese work hours are very short. I found I didn't have enough to do, so I ended up teaching in 2 other venues. I met an extraordinary swath of people, and I have to tell you these 2 things. I found myself at a Burmese wedding reception. The father of the groom was the Burmese liquor dealer, so there were many expats at this reception. I sat at a table with a bunch of oil and gas consultant guys who mainly talked about their golf game. It turned out they had been playing golf with the generals for years and years. And the generals' golf game was so important that it was always on the front page of the newspapers what their score was and what clubs they used. Okay, so one of these guys says to me, well, all the foreign journalists come to me and say, what's going on in Myanmar? I reply, I don't know what the hell's going on in Myanmar. I've lived here for 11 years and no one knows what's going on in Myanmar. The second item is there is something known as the Burmese whisper, and that means information that you never find out if it's true or not until it's too late to make any difference to you. So given these 2 restrictions, my course is about uncertainty, I guess, about the transition. Historically, of course, we have to recognize that Myanmar is ethnically separate from the history of its neighbors, China, India. People came down from the north, settled in the Great Irrawaddy Basin. These are the Burmese. Some people stayed up in the foothills and remained ethnically, linguistically separate. And the big problem now in Myanmar are these divisions. Some of these groups became Christian. They have never been part of the ruling system, be it monarchy or the late military. And these ethnic minorities are now in revolt. Anyway, today eyes are turned on Myanmar because of the heroic role of Aung San Suu Kyi. But it should be remembered, even though she's part officially of the parliament, the majority of seats are mandated to the same old military that was there before. All they did was take off their uniforms and put on their suits. Okay, one more minute. I just want to point out that the factor of Buddhism is tremendously important in this country, and in a typical Burmese whisper story, a monk who has been let out of jail after many years turned to his jailer and said, I feel sorry for you because of the terrible job you've had to do. You are doing bad things, but are required to do it. I want you to know I forgive you. And this is a Burmese whisper, but if it turns out to be the theme of Burmese recovery, it will be good for the whole world, because this is what we should all be thinking. Great. Okay, thank you.